Hello friends, welcome to week 3 of April. First, let me remind you, and for those who are new, of the things that I'm currently juggling to give my planning a little more context. First, I want to be productive and finally achieve some of the goals I have set for this year. Second, I'm doing 75 hard, something that I just came across that seems to really support my goals, as well as hopefully have lasting effects for future productivity. And as if all that was not enough, third, my work hours have effectively doubled because as of last week, I started going into the office, and between that and the commute, it has really thrown a wrench into how I plan my time. So this past week was absolutely a big adjustment, and throughout the week, aside from some events and appointments, I did not really do much in terms of productivity or any progress towards my goals. I did realize that on Saturday, and I did another big push to get everything done, at least from my cleaning goals. As you can see, that's the same thing that happened the prior week. I did end up leaving everything to the end of the week and really had to do a big push to get things done. Now, I don't like this situation. I want to see what I can do to prevent this from happening this week, because as it stands, there would be no room to add any steps towards my goals onto any of these days if I'm not getting anything else done. Of course, because of the transition, some things had to be set aside for just a little bit, but I want to start getting some of those things back on board so no balls are dropped. As far as last week's habits, I did pretty good. I did miss some days of flossing, although I was doing very well until then. And I did forget my vitamins one of these days. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with how things are going. A few of these, like the water and movement, are really simple because they are part of 75 hard. So I'm already doing it and tracking it for that. But some of these other ones are a little more challenging. As far as my goals, I did not really focus on those this past week, but I did do one thing which I had scheduled from the week before, and that is attending a fishing workshop, which takes care of my one activity with strangers. This did, however, take up majority of my Sunday, and I went back and forth on whether I should cancel. I felt overwhelmed, crunched for time, and pretty anxious about actually doing the activity. But I'm happy to report that I did make it, and I did have a great time. The workshop was very informative, and we had fun catching some fish. Because of this, I'm gonna color in my chick for this goal. So actually, I guess the 6 hours I devoted to this goal this week is pretty good, because devoting 6 hours working on any of these goals would have made pretty good progress. Maybe I'm being too hard on myself. In terms of my cleaning, I did get everything done for the week except watering the plants. And honestly, I consciously skipped this one because they weren't quite ready to get watered yet. Unfortunately, I have not done any of the monthly tasks yet this month, nor did I do anything for the quarter or the year. So that is something I want to keep front of mind, that I need to start picking off at some of these tasks so I'm not leaving everything to the end. So for this week to come, because of the hectic schedule that I have and all the things that I'm juggling, I really need to stay more organized. I need to know where my time is going and where I can plan to fit certain tasks, but I also need to schedule some time for rest so I don't run into the situation from last week where essentially each day I felt tired and I did not have energy to do anything, but I was stressing about having all the things to do, but I was not doing them because I was tired and really felt like I needed to relax, but I was not relaxing because I was stressing about the things. So I neither relaxed nor got anything done. And I'm determined to avoid this going forward. What I want to try out for this week is a setup I used a few years ago. So it would be something similar to this, where I want to have a column for each day and then a timeline for the whole day, where I can pencil in time blocks in which I will get certain things done, so I can have an overview of my day or my week and see where I can be productive. This one from a few years ago is color coordinated and focused more on where I was spending my time in terms of work, chores, health, relaxation, and other activities. For the one I want to do now, it's going to be similar in that it is going to have columns for each of the day as well as a timeline. deadline, but I will be more specific in the tasks that I want to do. So let me quickly draw that out so we can set it up. All right, guys, this is my prototype. We'll see how I can make it work. It's something that will get tweaked throughout the week as I use it to see exactly how it will serve me best. But I went through yesterday and today just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking. And now I can flip back to my monthly calendar to see what needs to be done this week in case I have any appointments or plans. All right, it looks like the only thing I still have going on this week is game night tomorrow night. I don't know exactly what time that will begin, so I'm not gonna put it in yet, but I will have to sit with this time blocking setup just to see how it's going to work best. I think for now, I'll just do it from day to day. So today I can sort of make a plan for tomorrow of how that will work. And then looking at the time that I have available, let's say in the afternoon, I can see what I can fit in that particular day. Honestly, I don't know. Hopefully this will help me stay organized, and then I'll see if I can make everything that I have going on fit into a schedule. This week, I would really like to work on getting rid of some things. There are places I need to look through. I think my number one is going to be my pantry, especially now when I'm eating a little bit differently. I want to see what's in there. If things are expired, I want to get rid of them. I want to see if there are any meals I can make out of the things I already have, because currently I have my quote unquote healthier snacks just out on a tray on the counter, and it would be really nice to be able to put them away if I made some room in my pantry. All right, friends. So this is where I am, a little bit in the weeds, but that's okay. We'll find our way back. I am optimistic that I have not come this far to give up on the progress. Sometimes the steps are bigger, sometimes they're tiny steps, but as long as I'm making some forward motion towards the things that I want, I am happy. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.